Hello, it's the Alchemical Crafter here. I've come back to start adding some detail to my first daily journal. So, what you see here are the first 4 months of the year. I pulled these out of one of those little pocket calendars. I was planning on using the entire page, but it didn't fit in the journal well. So I'm just going to put the labels at the on the first page of each of my signatures just to show which month they are for. And here I'm just trying to find a good background page to put behind them to mount them because they need a little bit more structure, I guess. My initial thought was to give them all a different background. As much as I love the neutral ones, this journal is not about the neutral, really. So I was trying to find something that would blend well with the green and the purple. So these are just all my big scraps that I use for backgrounds. There's a bunch of origami paper in there. Some things that I've made myself, book pages, and some stuff I bought from the store. I think the book page would have been a good background, but it just didn't fit for what I was planning. So my problem was that most of the months were purple, but the March was green. And it was green because I just had to do with what the calendar gave me, so I just try and find something where the green isn't washed out. I think every single one of these goes well with the purple ones, but this is me just trying to figure out which way to go. The past few, well, really, it's been like a month now since I decided to do a YouTube channel. There's been a lot of plans that got altered, but that's okay. I just like that I was able to reuse things in a different way. They didn't work. Some things didn't work out the way I intended, but I was able to use them a different way, which you will see in today's episode. So I'm just cutting these to fit. I ended up just using this one. I decided, why not make them all match? And so I put the other one away. And I think I used the most yellow part of that to use on the green. That way it stood out a little bit more than it would have been on the others. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to put in this journal. I know my idea, my basic concept, is to show my journey through my first year in this channel and to show hopefully how I have grown as an artist and a crafter in many ways. But how I want to incorporate that into the journal, I'm still juggling. There's a couple of things I've definitely put in, which I've planned today, and I'm putting them in today. Part of my footage got accidentally didn't get recorded because my phone got full, and I didn't realize it, which I knew was going to happen. I was being warned, and I didn't heed it. So you will see me cut to another footage to explain what I did at the very end. But you really didn't miss much, thank goodness. And me just cutting these to size. I think I might have kept all the backing the same size except for April. I ended up cutting down because it was just too much. And I'm noticing that they all are just too tall. So I'm going to cut one down and then I'm going to cut the others to match. Curious how many of you have your own daily journal. I know a lot of people wanted to start it this year. And if you did, is it going to be an actual daily journal, or are you going to do more like me? It's just kind of the concept of the idea to basically show your life journey through this period of time. So mine basically is going to be a journal. Because I'm not dedicated enough to work on the journal every day. I like to do other things too, and I just don't have enough time to work on the journal every day. So now I'm gonna do the final trimming, and I'm gonna ink the edges. I was very happy. I messed up on one of the pages of my journal, and I was very happy to be able to incorporate it into this journal in a different way, because I was upset that I screwed up a page. I mean, we've all had failed pages, right? But you just gotta figure something new to do with it. And I did, and I'm very happy with the final result. And I like it more than what I originally was, because originally I was just going to use the original print, and now it's more me instead of just something I bought at a store. And I literally bought these calendars because I got them at the dollar store. They were like $1 each. Because I really don't have any good stamps for letters. I have some, but they never seem to work out that well. And I have some stencils, but my stencils are too big for the page. So I figured this would be a quick fix for this year, and maybe by the end of the year I will actually get a good set of letters and numbers and stuff. I think I'm using my favorite distressed oxide. I think this is the espresso one. But the rest of this video I'm actually going to be talking while I'm making it. It's just this part. There were things going on in the background that you could hear, and I just didn't want to deal with that, so I turned the sound off for this portion. But for the rest of the video, you will see it as it's happening. But now all that's left is to glue these together and to glue them on the page. I think I'm more entertaining when I'm actually talking while I'm crafting. I hope, anyway. I brought in the cool colors, the purple, the greens, and the blues for this journal because of the winter months. I think I'm gonna have a color theme set for each of my periods. Haven't yet decided what the next one's gonna be, but that's a worry for another day. I decided that April was a little bit too big, so I snip off the edge and re-ink it. Simple fix. Well, it's another chilly day. The weather has just plummeted and it's freezing cold here, so I have a heater on behind me. I'm hoping it doesn't interfere with the video, but we shall see. But I'm going to start putting some stuff into my journal. I'm going to start with putting something on the cover page. And in honor of the person who inspired this journal, 49 Dragonflies, I'm going to put one of her printables on the cover. It's only a portion. Let me find the other half, or part of it. I am going to put this picture. I think it's called Wintry Nights or something like that. This is the whole picture, and I'm just going to put this little part on the cover. I still love this, but can't fit it all, so I may utilize parts of this in the journal. I think that might different pockets or something. But so I'm going to put this on the cover, but it's kind of, since it's the same colors, it kind of bleeds into the background, so I'm going to break it up with just a piece of this. She has a shop, by the way, where you can get this if you like it. So how much is this? Let's just do it this way. So I think I want to cut it at the 11. Do just a little bit over that just to be safe. By the way, I love, what is this called? Oh, old artist. I think it's Van Gogh. Here, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on a second. I was right, Vincent Van Gogh. And his the real version of this is Starry Night. He they think he had an eye disease or something where he saw the halos and stuff. I forget what that is called, but where he saw halos where images were, so that's what that stuff is. But I really love the painter. I think I'm going to keep the edges of the bottom and the top, so I need to cut more off the side. That's what I'm going to do. But not much. That little extra I said I was going to do, I didn't need to do it. As per usual. I rarely measure I mean, precisely. I just kind of wing it. I guess it went more off, which causes me to make multiple cuts. Yeah, I like that. Okay, but I am horrible about remembering to ink the edges. I'm going to try harder to do that. I think I'm just going to do it with this. Probably should do it with a darker to make it stand out more. Whatever I choose, I'm going to be unhappy with. You know what? If we don't like this, we can always go from this to the black and have a purpley black if we don't like the purple. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I am going to go to the blacks. What is it? The black suit. Because that way the border on the purple will stand out as well, whereas this would just blend right into it. So I did the purple. Sorry about the shaking. I always say I'm going to fix that, and I never do. Maybe I'll fix it this weekend. So my journal, call it a day. I may call it a daily journal from time to time because it was inspired by 49 Dragonflies, who does daily journals. But I'm going to use it for a slightly different purpose. It's still my timeline, but it's going to be my journey through, at least this year, my journey through creating this new channel and all the things that have inspired me in real life and throughout journaling, just to see how my life has grown, which is kind of like a daily journal, but it's focused more on things that happen and not to-dos. Specifically. Not that I won't have to-dos in it, and you'll see what I mean by that here in a minute. But, and I've heard, on this stuff, I've heard that it's just really strong, so you just have to do the edge. First you peel off the stuff that's come off. But it is the new year, and although I'm not a big proponent. I don't really like doing New Year's resolutions. But having said that, I've decided to do something kind of like that this year that I'm going to put into my journal. And it's going to be a work in progress type of thing. Oh, why is this not working? The pen came out. There it comes. Just wanted to be noticed, I guess. Oh, there's the problem. Do you see that little clump? Where'd the pen go? Let me get that out of here. There, and now it's flowing freely. But I thought this would be a nice picture to do, since this is my basically winter journal. Coldest months of the year, and boy does it feel like it right now. I'm not used to putting images on the cover of my journals. It's new for me. I'm always thinking I'll scrape it up, and I may. So this is an experiment for me. I also don't, it seems like a lot of space there, but I'm hoping as the journal grows that will decrease. And it will grow like that. So I'll just let that dry. And wanted to put one more thing in here before I start the next thing. I did another video on how this was created. If you watched me when I was creating this journal, there was a couple of pages that failed miserably, and this was the first one that failed, but it was the one that was supposed to be this page, and I really wanted it in the journal. Well, I found a way to salvage part of it. Well, I'm going to salvage all of it. I've got the rest of it as cuts, but I found a way to salvage its purpose in this journal because it represents my new journey, my new frontier, and that I'm expanding on and trying out, and I just wanted to incorporate it in this journal. And I figured I'm really not a fan of this, so I figured I'll just glue this on top of that, and that'll be this. And I might even leave it open here or here for a pocket. But there is a pocket on the other side, so what do you think? I always second guess myself. I'm going to switch off of this glue, do my favorite glue. Not because it's better in any way. These are the two glues. These are my three glues that I tend to use. They are my favorites. But this is kind of my go-to because it's really strong, and it's not PVA glue, and it's cheaper than the art glitter glue. Decisions must be made. Oh,
at that. First, we have to fix it. I was wondering if that glue would... I used this glue on this, but I was wondering, since it was that type, if it would hold. And it doesn't look like it did. So, we're going to use some of the... some of this. I just didn't want to use this because I didn't want it going through to the other side. So I'll use it sparingly. You know, and just because I'm already having issues with it, I'm just going to glue it down. We've got a pocket on the other side, and there's plenty of other chances to have a pocket, so let's not worry about that anymore, and let's just glue it down. This backside was the culprit of my entire problem with this page. And the sad part of it all is, I've done this to myself before. You'd think I would have learned. But no. I was really happy with the result of this. Even though it took a while to get there, it was a painful process. I was learning a lot of things not to do. Because what's on the moon and the flowers is a pigment powder that I had never used before. So I just wanted to try it out. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so what she normally has here is like a month, the weekdays of the week, or a monthly thing and things like that. But I'm not going to do that because I know I'm not that dedicated. I may do that eventually, but not right now because I know I will not be dedicated enough to do that. So what I decided to do is inspired by, I watched a video in the past couple of weeks from Kylie Koo Studios, where she built, I forgot what she called it. She did not call it a resolutions. Here. This is my little journal of taking notes on YouTube videos so that I don't forget people's names. So I'm gonna look her up real quick, see if I can remember what she called it. And I didn't write what she called it down. But anyway, instead of it was basically, instead of focusing on one thing, she separated it out by spirit, mind, body, and you should just go watch her video. If I can find it, I will link it in but below my channel, below this video. But it inspired what I'm getting ready to do. And I'm going to make a resolutions, not for the year, but for this journal. Not yeah. I'm going to resolve to do certain things. And by the end of this journal, I will hope to have achieved them, at least in part. And I can look back at it when I'm done with this journal and create a new one for the next journal. I'm going to do that this year. And if it works, I may go forward. If not, I may not. But anyway, I'm going to put this aside. Oh, and I wanted to see if these things would fit. This is just a little cardstock page. It's one of these, and I just folded it in half. I wanted to see if it would fit right here. And it will. So that's where it's going to go. And that, I guess this is my shout out video to people. I also bought some pages from another lady called Louise gonna say her name wrong. I apologize. Louise Heinzel or something like that. She has a YouTube channel, but her shop is on Etsy. I'm going to show you a page that's not going in this journal, at least not right now. But it's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Go get this at her shop. It's amazing. But my printer ran out. So this is the page where the ink ran out. See? So I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut this up a little bit, even though it's sad looking. I think that represents the beginning of a journey. We're not perfect by any means, but there's potential, and that's what I want to put that in the on as the cover for this. Like, I think about how I'm putting it in there, because I'm probably going to want to slide it in the journal this way, right? Because it'd be weird having the 2 pages. So I could do this and wrap it around, in which case I could just do it this way and wrap it around, and that would look more like the trees that are in the envelope. What do you think? I think the best thing to do, I really want to make sure, actually there's some area here I don't have to worry about, so I can just glue it down. No, I can't, because see, there's a top and a bottom. So if it's gonna be like that. It's got to be like that as on all edges. Or I can cut this down. No, I think it's safer to have the edges. So what I'm gonna do, it looks like about 1 inch. I cut a little bit off the top because there's nothing up there. I'd rather have. I understand its purpose in the actual picture, but if I'm not going to be able to get it all, I'd rather have. And then, in spirit of her, she doesn't like to measure either. I'm just eyeballing this. So I'm going to pull that down twice as much as I want it. How did we do? Good enough, I say. Be a cute little piece. And this print is absolutely gorgeous on her page, on her shop. So go look at the real picture. It's much better than this, which is exactly what I hope to be on down the road. Much better than I am. But we gotta start somewhere, right? We all gotta start somewhere. Now, normally, oh, and I printed this on glossy photo paper because I don't have any matte photo paper. This is photo paper I inherited from my mom and my dad. So I have no matte photo paper, but I have a ton of this stuff. So I'm going to use it until it's gone, because why not use it? Trying not to scrape it up, but it's gonna scrape, so guess what? We're gonna scrape all the edges. Make them match. If I can. Wonder how I can do that. Scissors? Let's try scissors. Make it grungy, just like me. And try not to touch the table so you guys don't shake. Louise and 49 Dragonflies, which her name is Barbara. They just got finished with their December Ember. I love those two. Just their relationship. It's pretty cool. I'm looking. I think there's another lady that does something in January. I really would like to find out who that is. I'm sure there's several. Okay. Enough of my rambling. Now, so what I think, see that because of the fold? See how short they are? And there's more here because of the fold. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit off both of the edges. Hopefully I can cut through both at the same time. I don't know if I want to risk it though. Hey, pretty good. Who needs a ruler? There we go. But I'm not going to glue it yet, in case I want to do something else. But that's the cover. So what I decided was to make a little booklet and just staple it. Did I decide? Maybe I'll just do it. Maybe I'll sew it. Just a 2 or 3 thing. I'm gonna use those. I could just write it here. Do I have any of my archival pins back here? So, if you start watching me a lot, you'll realize that I'll use these pens a lot. I love them. They do not bleed. At least they never have on me. And so do I want to call this New Year's resolutions or just journal destination? I have horrible handwriting. Deal with it. Or not. I mean, you don't have to watch this. Nobody's making you. So, this is what I hope to achieve on this channel or in my life. Journal destination, and over here I'm going to put life journey. I don't know why I underlined these separately, and that is one. Who knows? So I want to actually, I started a YouTube channel, and currently I have 0 subscribers because I haven't uploaded anything yet. They're all just sitting in there waiting for their moment to shine tomorrow. So I hope for YouTube growth. I know that it's a long, arduous journey, most people say, and I get that, and I understand. I just really would like to see a smidgen of growth. And I think every YouTuber out there would like that. I would like to experiment more with media that I'm not used to using. Case in point, this moon in the flower, I used pigment powder, which I'd never used before. So if you watch that video, you'll realize the huge pain it was for me to go through learning how to use that. And I don't even know if I used it right, but it works for what I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed the end result. I have several themes in mind for some videos, and so I want to create themes, and you'll just have to watch to know what they are. I know you're on the edge of your seats. I can sense it. I would like to build a community, or join, I guess I should say, in the crafting community. I'm a very private person. I'm an introvert by heart, but I do recognize the joy and growth and camaraderie of hooking up with the community, and I really want to do that. The videos you're going to be watching currently probably not in their best shape, because I'm using everything free and just to see if I can make this work, and I hope it does. But they're not always going to be that way, so hang in there, guys. So I want to improve the quality of my videos. And I'm just going to leave it quality, because not just videos, but of my art, because I also know that's not perfect yet. And it probably never will be. You know why? Because it's junk journaling, and if you strive for perfection, you should be in art, not junk journaling. I like chaos in my craft, not in real life. I like solidarity in my real life. And my last thing I had was to improve my craft, so I think I'm just going to leave that with quality. So that is all I hope to achieve with my journal. I hope to achieve more than that, but those are my goals. My life journey, I would like... I have a treadmill. Now that I started working from home, there's a treadmill behind my desk that I never had time to use. Well, now I want to take the time that I was getting ready in the morning to go to work. I want to use that time on my treadmill. So I want to use my treadmill. I also want to eat healthier. There's a lot of things I want to stop eating, but it's come down to this. And this is not me preaching, everybody to each their own. But for me, I'm going to try to stop eating so much processed food. And I'm going to put, because it all comes down to that. All my other things that I shouldn't be eating comes down to that. I want to eat things in their natural state. I will not succeed completely. I just won't. It's my lifestyle, but I would like to lessen it. So processed food. I would like to spend time with family. I do that already, but it's always a goal of mine. I always like to keep them in mind. And I am going to put this meditation. There are a couple of things that I follow that I won't preach at you with, but they're for me personally, and it really helps me with my personal growth, and I want to continue that. And then journaling, not just junk journaling, but I do keep a daily journal that I write in. I try to write in every morning. I don't succeed, but I try, and I want to keep that up. So these are my goals for the next 4 months. And since I didn't make a booklet out of it, it's just that, I'm just going to glue this, and then that's what it's going to be. first I'm going to ink this up. And maybe do a little messing around with the edges. I wonder. Let's ink it up first. Let's see what happens. So let's look at her. Look, my little fading out actually put purple in it. My color. Boy, that needs. Look at that. Look how sad this is. I should probably just throw this one away. I'm not going to. Okay. This, I'm going to do my ground espresso. My husband gets on to me all the time because I say espresso, but it's espresso. I'm just going to go way in on this because you're not going to see most of it. I really love the way it looks. I just love that darkness. I bought this one first, and I do love vintage photo, but the Ground Espresso is my absolute favorite as far as the borders, the dark borders, edging. Has anybody made any resolutions this year or any year? I normally find that people make them and forget about them, and that never happens. Because, and here's why I think Kylie Koo had a great idea, is that they just say it and they forget about it. But if you put it in written form and you make a note to go back and look at it, you're kind of committed yourself to it. So it's a constant reminder. And by putting it in my journal every time I flip past it, it's a constant reminder, oh yeah, I need to work on that. And I really, really like that. I'm not going to do this edge because it's going to be hidden. All you people out there with excellent handwriting skills, I envy you. Oh, and the people who can do calligraphy. Oh my goodness. Y'all are amazing. That's a skill I've never even attempted. I wouldn't say I haven't attempted. I mean, you get those markers. I think I have a marker that it's a calligraphy marker, and I've used it, but not to any not very well, I should say. Trying to decide, there's some blankness down here, whether I want to put something down there. A stamp, a stencil. I think I have a page over here with some words on it. Let's do this in here, because you will see this one. Ah, yeah, I like that. Let's see if any of these words. Very good, but it won't fit. Okay. I would show, this is the page of things. I would tell you where this is, what this is, but I don't remember. I think I got it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but there's no guarantee. I could have easily gotten it off of Amazon. But this one that says follow your heart, I think that's perfect for this. And I think it will add to my resolutions. I'm going to put that under my life, because the journaling is also part of my life, but my life is not all about journaling, so we're going to put it on this side. So on this side, what to do. There. Okay. I had to check because I thought, did I remember to hit record again? Oh, I see the white. Right. I forgot to do the picture. Why didn't you guys tell me? You had one job. That's a joke. I kid. Name that maybe. I'm sure there's more than one. I have a specific one in mind. Really would like to incorporate in my journals is some drawing. I'm not very good at it, but I do like drawing, and I like drawing like wildlife and fantasy. I would like to get to where I can draw creatures, but I'm more of plant life. Oops. Thank you, Louise, for wonderful pictures. Okay. I think the reason I like this so much better than this has its purpose, but I warp so many pages by using that. I probably didn't need to do that in the middle, but sure. Let's stop. That's stop. Ah! Really wondering if I should put something up here, see where the line transitions. This is where it had ink. Well, it had ink like on the very edge, and it started running out of ink, and then here it ran out of just about everything. If I should put something on the transition. You know, how about one of the things we all have and never use? Ugh. say that I tend to use these a lot because I make a lot of mistakes, and these are Crafter's Band-Aids. So this is floral. It's dark. Okay, so my phone ran out of storage, so you didn't catch the end of what I was doing to this, so you really didn't miss much. I was just trying to find something to cover this, so I finally decided on this washi tape. And instead of gluing it down, I just wrapped it around the sides. I'll probably eventually have to glue it down. The bits I tore off at the end, I just put here for randomness. But that's that. So I'm going to put it in my journal now. And I'm going to put it in backside in so that it's easier to pull out. It fits right there. And another thing you missed, because I didn't realize it stopped recording, was that I came in, you didn't miss anything on the creation of this. I have another video on that, but I decided to stick them in the journal because their original purpose was to be my banner, but because of unforeseen events that happened in December, I didn't have time to create the banner completely the way I wanted to. So I just did a generic banner, so I'll do this a new version of this. But so I glued this one in, and I glued this one in February. Those are the only two I have. So if you want to see the drawing of these, because the video I have only is the painting. The drawings I did before I started filming my stuff. So I don't have one for March and April, so I will do one from start to finish for March and April. I'll do 2 different kinds of bottles. And I just decided the AC for Alchemical Crafter, I just put that in my journal at the front because this page looked a little bare. And that's really all you missed. Nothing else has been done. I am considering putting the other part of the banner into the journal, into the front and the back. But I haven't quite decided on that. So that may be for another day. But anyway, I just wanted to show you everything, the finished product for yesterday. Thank you.